Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
So, hello student. So, today we will start module 2 sources, types and characteristics of solid waste. This model will consist of 2 lectures. In the first lecture, I will talk about sources and types of solid waste. This is one of the most important topic before going for the collection and treatment, followed by disposal. And one very important is characterization, because this characterization is very important to know about what kind of treatment could be possible for the waste. And suppose if you are not planning for treatment also, if the entire waste or mixed waste will go to the disposal site, what could be the issues or what kind of environmental issues like leachate production, air pollution, those issues can be understood once you know the characteristic of the waste. So, today's lecture will go for type and sources of solid waste. Okay. So, in this one I made it like type and source, because both the types and sources are similar, and based on the sources also we can divided the different kind of or different type of waste, and based on the type of waste also we can classify the different sources. So, I made it like type and sources together. So, the municipal solid waste or solid waste broadly classified as, the first is the municipal waste, okay, which include the garbage or food waste and whatever the waste is producing inside the municipal area, okay, that called municipal waste, which includes the food waste, garbage, construction demolition waste, treatment plant waste, special waste. We will go in the detail of this municipal waste, but whatever the waste is producing inside the corporation or municipal area, that called the municipal waste. Okay. But those are solid waste only, not we are not talking about here wastewater or sewage. Okay. So, you can see here one of the photograph, this is the municipal waste, is disposed inside the city in different way. Next is the industrial waste, which include the all kind of liquid and solid waste generated from the different kind of industry. So, it is a industry, maybe it is possible that some of the industries are inside the corporation area, inside the municipal area, but I think the waste generating from the industries are not directly going to the, or not getting mixed to the municipal waste, and not directly going to the municipal disposal site or treatment site, because the industrial waste is depend upon the industry to industry. Some industry is producing different kind of waste, and both kind of waste is producing, like could be a liquid waste also and solid waste also, is both are producing in the industrial one. And if you see the industry wise, because every industry has to manage the waste inside their campus, the industrial, that particular industry area, then only I think pollution control board will give proper location for the industry purposes, because they have to submit the report. Every industry has to submit the report saying that what kind of raw material they are using, and what kind of product they are producing, and what kind of waste is generating, whether this waste could be a liquid waste, solid waste or air pollution also, and what kind of treatment processes they will provide for such kind of industries. Okay. Then only they will get the permission to start the industries. So, this will be the different kind of waste. And third is the hazardous waste. The hazardous waste also could be liquid or solid waste, or in the gaseous form also, that is dangerous or potential harmful to the health and environment. So, now his health could be animal health or human health, and these also, the hazardous waste is collected separately. We have one special rule for hazardous waste management rule 2016, it has been modified. So, their collection also is different, transportation is also different, and even the treatment and disposal methods are also different. So, in this course, I think we are not talking much onto the industrial or hazardous waste, we are talking on municipal waste. So, now in the next slides, we will talk only onto the municipal waste. So, this entire course is designed specially for the municipal waste, which is including different kind of waste generating into the municipal area. So, now we will go for again the classification of municipal solid waste. Now, it is this classification based on the sources. So, the first source is residential waste, which is waste generated from the household activity and consists of leftover food, paper, plastic, clothes, cardboard. Now, this residential waste or household waste majorly it classified again. Earlier the classification was organic and inorganic. So, organic means is a biodegradable and inorganic was knowing as non-biodegradable or recyclable one. But I think there was lot of issue to define what exactly is the organic and what exactly is the inorganic one. So, now under Swachh Bharat mission also they made it very simple way. From the residential waste, there is a two type of waste from the residential waste. One is dry waste including the dry material like paper, plastic, cardboard, rubber, leather, clothes or inert content, construction, demolition waste. This is the dry waste, do not have the much moisture content. And once the special type is the wet waste, which is including cooked, uncooked, both kind of waste, and or the such kind of waste which is producing from the kitchen area, that called as an wet waste. That is the again classification of the residential waste. And one more classification also is given, that we will discuss in the another lecture. But third part is the household hazardous waste, that is also has to be separated in the different way. So, and next is the commercial waste. So, commercial waste include the waste that mostly is the dry waste, especially paper, plastic will be the more, or cardboard the quantity will be more from the commercial area, and especially from the hotels and restaurants biological waste will get produced or wet waste will get produced. So, it include the hotels, restaurant, market, warehouses or any commercial establishment, different type of waste will get produced. Now, next is the institutional waste. Now, institutional waste like institutions like my own IIT Guwahati kind of institution, the colleges or universities, or some institutions like some civil areas or some government buildings, they are also producing different kind of waste. And like this photo is showing that lot of e-waste is generating from the such kind of institutional waste, that consists paper, plastic, glass generated from the educational administration or public buildings such as school, college, office, prisons, and there is a government buildings or government institutions. Next is the municipal waste. These municipal waste include the waste resulting from the municipal fraction and service such as street waste or road sweeping waste, dead animal, abandoned vehicle. This is the municipal waste, and especially this waste, the percentage if you see that normally we known as an inert material. Okay, this road sweeping waste, and because this inert contain more soil and sand concentration. So, obviously, the weight is also very large. So, and density, if you see that, very high density waste we are producing from that. So, percentage wise also if you see that, that goes to 20 to 30% inert production itself into the city areas. Now, the another one, industrial waste. This the, I think I already told that industrial waste do not include into the municipal waste, but there are very small industries could be possible, small manufacturing process which is like discard the small manufacturing process or industrial operation, and that could be dry or wet, and again depend upon the local authority or the ULBs, whether such kind of industry can dispose the waste into the municipal areas or municipal disposal site, or can go to the municipal treatment facilities. Another is that the construction and demolition waste. India has come up with new rule how to manage the construction and demolition waste, because the lot of construction is going on in most of the class 1 cities or metro cities. So, because of that huge amount of demolition waste or construction waste is producing, and some of the cities is some literature says that because is highly heavy materials are producing like bricks or any concrete materials, this is very highly density material. So, that percentage also sometimes is goes to 40 to 50% itself inside the city waste. So, they mainly consist of wood, steel, concrete, dirt, etc. Another is the agriculture waste. Now, I think most of the agriculture area is not under the municipal area, but I think many people have the animals in their house, and possible very nearby or any local corporation, some nearby some small villages under the municipal area, and these rural some of these villages are producing the agriculture waste like food grains, vegetables, agriculture remain could be, or some animal waste like cow dung, these kind of waste will get produced in the such areas. So, this was the different kind of sources. Now, here the major understanding from this lecture is that we know that different sources. Now, based on the different sources, different types, we also need to understand what kind of characteristics will come up. And I think before going to the characteristics, I think when I say characteristic, that could be a chemical characteristic or biological characteristics, which need to know for the treatment process, but initially need to know that whether the waste could be a dry waste or wet waste, because that once you know the dry and wet waste, we can easily design the primary collection or secondary collection facilities. Based on that, we can design the vehicle, what kind of vehicle will be required, and along with that, once at least we know that how much is the wet and dry waste. So, based on that, we can design the proper treatment facilities also. Suppose the biological waste, like in the developing country like India, the wet waste itself goes to more than 50%. So, if you know the proper sources of that particular material, particular wet waste, and this wet waste mostly is coming from the two major locations, like one is the residential area and other is the commercial areas. If you target the particular restaurants or hotels and target the one particular residential area where large amount of biological waste are producing, so we can easily design the one proper one composting facility or some biological treatment facility like anaerobic digestion facility could be possible, because these kind of waste, once it is mixed into the other waste like other kind of sources waste, where mostly is the dry matters are there. So, these wet waste will contaminate the dry waste. So, in that case what could be the possibility, once both the waste will get mixed. mix. So, the even the wet waste won't degrade properly, because it will consist of paper, plastic, the dry matter, and even the dry matter which is easily get to recycle, those recycling also won't be possible, because that will be already contaminated with the food waste. And the same thing is happening in the our country, because they all entire the mixed waste, rather than seeing that whether what kind of particular source or what kind of type of waste is generating from the particular area, the entire waste is collected together in the commingled way, and entire waste is goes to the disposal site or landfill area. So, in that landfill area, I think many cities have tried to have the one composting facility, centralized composting facility, but segregation is very difficult. So, suppose in the landfill area or disposal area 200, 300 or up to 500 tons per day waste is reaching, segregation is not possible. And problem is with us also in the residential area. I think the way we are disposing the wet waste, I think what normally we used to do, that we will take one plastic bucket, and first we will pack with the plastic, and then we will dispose the wet waste into that. So, problem in that case, even the biological waste also won't degrade properly, we won't be able to produce compost out of that, and this plastic which is easily recyclable, that is also is contaminated. So, not able to recycle of that particular plastic. So, if you understand properly the particular sources, and once you know the particular sources, and if you know the how much percentage of dry waste, wet waste is getting generated, and once you do the characteristics of that particular dry waste and wet waste, we can easily plan the treatment facilities for the wet waste also and dry waste also. So, what we will do now, I think once you know the particular sources and type, we will go for in the next lecture we will go for characteristics of the same waste. I think problem is that we do not have much data, characteristics data. I think already our pollution control board, central pollution control board do some kind of characteristic, but the doing characteristics of the entire city waste is also very difficult. And again the problem, when I say the sources, sources are type with the different climatic conditions, the waste compositions and characteristics also will change. So, I think that is why the sources type followed by the characterization is very important before planning for any kind of primary collection or secondary collection, and especially for the treatment. Without knowing the proper sources of waste and followed by the characteristics of waste, very difficult to plan for proper collection followed by the treatment one. So, thank you for today's lecture.